Hi, I'm Emma Jenkins. I'm a specialist in contract law and I've been brought in to work as your agent. I'll be working to get you the best deal in the boardroom, which means you need to do the best possible job out there on the circuit. When you get new contract offers, either from new teams or an amendment to your existing offer, it'll come through me. I'll also keep you up to date on discussions behind the scenes to change your terms, or any specific goals that the team has set for you. If a contract offer does come through, I'll present to you the available offers and then you can make the call. I assume that all sounds fine. Well then, good luck this season, and I'll catch you later.
About to start. I'm here with Anthony Davidson once again. Nice to see you, Ant, and I wanted to ask you about how you go about improving the car over the course of a practice session. How much would you say is already known from the pre-race simulations, and how much do you have to do, how much do you have to work on with a real car on a real circuit?
Well, that's a good question, Crofty, and I suppose the simple answer is that there's no such thing as too much information. As you say, the bigger teams have very complex simulations, vast numbers of clever people crunching the numbers back at base, but what they can't tell you is stuff like how the track condition's going to be, or what the temperature's going to be doing over the course of the day, and how all of in the unforgiving.
Okay, good to have you on board. I'm Jeff and I'll be your race engineer. Welcome to the team and to Formula One. I'm really looking forward to the season. Our system checks are A-OK, so we can get underway whenever you like. Right, that's the end of the program. Box this lap so we can analyze the data. Box this lap.
An interesting practice session there then. Let's remind us.
Hi. Good to meet you at last. My name's Chris, and I'll be working with you as your Chief of Vehicle Development. It'll be my job to get your feedback as a driver and to direct our upgrade design in the areas that you feel are most lacking. At each Grand Prix, we can run a series of practice programs and log the performance of the car as you drive it at its limit. This gives us data that we can utilize to develop various performance improvements. In order for me to know which upgrades to prioritize, I'll need you to select a development area that you'd like us to focus on. And you can do that in the R&D section of your laptop. Anyway, that's all for now, but I'll keep you up to date, okay? I'll see you soon.
Let's come in and take a look at the data, and if we have time, we'll rerun the program. Our best lap so far is a 1:32.7. Right, I'll get these changes made. The data we needed on that run, you might want to give it another go. Our best lap so far is a 1:31.9.
Quick look at the classification at the end of the session then. Here are your top three: Hamilton, Rosberg and Daniel Ricciardo. Thank you for joining us for free practice today. We'll be back with more Formula One action very shortly.
Okay, we've not got long between now and qualifying, so it'd be very productive for us to run the qualifying pace evaluation. We can get some good R&D data as well if we complete it. Practice program over. That's all we need for now. Return to the garage pronto.
As all the cars are now over the line, your top three again are a McLaren, Rosberg and Sebastian Vettel. That concludes an interesting practice session. Let's hope for more excitement as the weekend unfolds.
Guess who made the gossip columns this morning? Everyone's talking about this new rival you have. Check his stats out.
Hi, just letting you know that we've had the team's expectations through for the upcoming qualifying session.
Welcome to Melbourne, where qualifying for the Australian Grand Prix should be getting underway shortly. This is the kind of track that eats rear tyres for breakfast, or so I'm told by more experienced drivers than myself.
Well, tyre management is key here, specifically the rears. It's all too easy to overheat and wear the rear tyres as they're punished out of the low-speed corners. Most teams won't be able to avoid some kind of issue here, especially the teams that are running less downforce.
Does appear, then we'll let you know.
The grid is all set then for the race tomorrow. But before we go, let's quickly remind ourselves of our top three, who are a McLaren, Rosberg and Lewis Hamilton. With qualifying complete, all that remains is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us then.
Hi, it's Emma here. Just wanted to let you know what the team are hoping for in the race.
The atmosphere is heavy with expectation and anticipation, and bearing the weight of that burden today is a place we know very well indeed. It's Albert Park. The story of the season begins here then with the Australian Grand Prix, and it's time for the first chapter to be written. We go racing today then in the state of Victoria, where the drivers have 16 corners and 3.3 miles to navigate at an average lap speed of around 120 miles an hour. The close proximity of the barriers makes accidents inevitable, and recent history shows us that a safety car is not at all out of the question. I'm joined today in the commentary box, as I will be throughout this season, by a great racing driver, former F1 competitor, man who was world champion once upon a time as well, and an all-round top chap. It's the one and only Anthony Davidson. And tell me, here we are, first Grand Prix of the season, the first time racing these cars. So what are the big questions that need to be answered here, in your view?
First of all, Crofty, and thanks for the glowing introduction, I just want to say it's a real privilege to be here, and I can't wait to see what this competitive field has in store for us this season. Now, to answer your question, obviously there's the question of performance in race trim, but really this is going to be all about reliability. It's the first Grand Prix of the season, don't forget. You're pushing all your new components to their limits. Formula One cars are full of very sophisticated but also very sensitive technology. So the most important thing today is to get to the end of the race, keep everything in good condition and try to stay out of trouble while you're at it.
Let's convert this pole position into a win today. Good luck.
We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. It's McLaren in pole position then, and Nico Rosberg completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Vettel, Daniel Ricciardo, and Raikkonen, Massa, Kvyat, Alonso, and Max Verstappen, Perez, Grosjean, Carlos Sainz, and Hülkenberg, Nasser, Bottas, Kevin Magnussen, and Jolyon Palmer, Haryanto, and Wehrlein, Esteban Gutierrez, and Marcus Ericsson rounds off the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Cycles, so let's concentrate on bringing tyres and brakes up to temperature. The rest of the grid is forming up. Be patient and watch for the lights. to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tyres. We think there's a viable strategy change available to us. Would you like to keep to the current plan or try the new one? Copy that. Considering switching to an alternate strategy, do you want to change or stick to plan A? Don't forget, pit in this lap. Copy. Release, release. Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the track. last lap for the race. This is your final lap of the race. Absolutely awesome, just amazing, well done.
Brilliant stuff from McLaren today. What a superb victory. And I have to wonder, Anthony Davidson, just what set them apart from the competition here.
Well, I think the track conditions just really suited their car today. Wind, track temperature, you name it. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature. So the more easily you can keep them there, the better your race tends to go. And that's exactly what happened. Their car just looks so comfortable out there.
Our drivers are making their way out for the podium celebrations, and it's going to be McLaren picking up the winner's trophy. Congratulations to the entire team for that fantastic performance. And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. We see a new name at the top of the championship table as we reach the end of the Grand Prix weekend. Now then, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
Oh, well, I'm a bit spoilt for choice, Crofty. My instinct says Valtteri Bottas, and looking down the field, no one really jumps out at me to make me change my mind.
And now let's take a look at the constructors' standings. Mercedes moved to the top of the table. Well, what a weekend that has been. Please join us next time for another thrilling instalment of this Formula One season.
Fast talker, you can't fuck with this. Hey Buster, you can't fuck with this. Hey Sucker.